Hey, this is Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by
Diego from KINGCROW. I'm the guitar player.
I've got to say your new album, Hopium, is amazing. I've
Thank you.
reviewed it, and I get sent albums daily and tend not to review so much these days, but it is amazing. What's like the response been like, not just from myself, but from other reviewers to songs you have released already?
We just released one single a week ago called Kitsugi, and so far the reaction was amazing. I mean, it's a bit different from our past work.
Hmm.
Uh, anyway, it seems like our fans are liking it very much.
Can you tell us a little bit about the ideas for that song and what it actually means then?
Okay, I'm the main composer as when it comes to the music in the band.
Mm.
I'm the main songwriter in the band. The lyrics are written by our singer, another Diego, Diego Marchesi.
Yeah.
Uh, I can tell you the for the music, the main idea of the song was based on a synth pattern I played. It's basically a Taurus bass pedal sound, and it's the main riff of the song. Basically, that kind of the basic, and the whole song was written around that riff, basically. And then I am the producer also of our records.
Right.
We did work a lot on sound design and the choices of sounds to enhance every song. So we make a lot of work in that uh, area. And with our drummer, Tundra, we came up with what we think it's a quite addictive groove. And so we kept it very to the point, short for proc standards. Is
Yeah.
very catchy, and structure wise is very compact,
Mm.
and that's it. I mean, it was very obvious from the beginning it was going to be one of the singles, because
Mhm.
it's as I told you, to us it's a quite a catchy tune, concise, but it has a lot of character at the same time.
The
Yeah.
whole album does. I mean, it's fantastic. What about then the album title, Hopium? What does that mean?
Okay, it's a portmanteau between the word hope and opium. It started because at the beginning, when I demoed the album, there was an intro, which now is not on the record.
Mm.
We dropped it, but it was called Hope. And the last track of the record was the title track, which was Opium, without
Mhm.
the beginning. And I titled the demo Hopium. And I started to think about the meaning behind such a word. And I discussed that thing with our singer, which is the guy who writes all the lyrics, basically. And he was fascinated by that concept, and wrote all the lyrics about that word, basically.
And I mean, coming from Italy, it's not really got such a big metal scene as I suppose like Sweden, Belgium, Germany. Um, how easy is it then to sort of like maintain and get a fan base in your own country?
The metal scene is not that big here. We kind of have a scene when it comes to power metal.
Mm.
Bands like Rhapsody, Labyrinth, those kind of bands. But obviously, we play a different kind of music, so play we really moves in different circuits. We have a fan base. It's not the most consistent fan base we have compared to United States
Mm.
or Germany, the Netherlands.
Mm.
I think we are way more popular in these countries than in Italy. Obviously, in Rome, we have a good following. We can play gigs. Uh, whenever we want, basically, because it's our hometown, so
Mhm.
it's we have a following here. But we usually play more abroad than in Italy.
Right,
Actually, we made a couple of the North American tour and played I think 7 or 8 tours in Europe,
right,
uh, both both as an opening band for bigger acts or as headliners.
brilliant. Do you plan then to sort of get out on the road this year with this album? Have you got
Yeah,
anything
sure.
lined, festivals, tours, anything
Yeah,
lined up?
we have already a festival booked in
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
He brought my friend in September, and we have a couple of more gigs around that festival, basically. And I think our manager is working for a more extensive tour
Mm.
later in the fall.
I mean, you're signed to a really good label as well, aren't you? And I mean, hopefully they're gonna like really push this album. It deserves it.
Yeah,
What I liked about it more than anything, I'm not really a progressive metal fan, but none of the tracks went really over 8 minutes, and the only one that did go over 8 minutes is Hopium, the title track, and that's just brilliant. Which would you say is your favourite track on the album to date, and why? Of course, they'll all be your babies,
okay. The today word is key because I tend to change idea very often.
right?
Uh, I think, well, obviously, Hopium. I think it's really solid track for
Mm,
being what it is. It's a kind of the big epic track on the
mm,
record. But other than that, I like usually songs that sounds the less like us. I know it
mm,
sounds weird, but
yeah,
that sound more fresh to me as a
right,
sound. Songs like Glitch, which is very unusual. It starts with a kind of an electronic vibe, and then every verse and every chorus has a completely different arrangement from the previous one, and then for the last section, the song just explodes basically with the whole band coming in at full force, and I like that song a lot.
Going back to playing live, then, what can people expect from you guys live?
Well, we are rehearsing our show in
Mm,
these weeks, and obviously we are going to have a couple of songs from Opium on the set
mhm.
list,
Yeah.
uh, and a couple of classics. It's a mixed kind of set list, basically,
Mhm,
but we are kind of really taking care of the flow of the show this time. It's really we are trying very carefully rehearsing every transition from a song to another.
mhm.
Some songs just fall into the next one.
Yeah.
It's a very constructed kind of show, so I think it's going to be very cool.
Brill. Do you guys intend to have like a release party, a release show?
I don't think so, because it's August, and in Italy, basically everything shuts down for mid-August.
Is it?
It's vacation time. Yeah,
Oh,
everything
right.
it's good. So it doesn't make sense. We'll make a show in Rome, a big show, but later in
Mhm.
September, I think,
Brill.
because
Well, when you do that, would there be plans to sort of do like a live stream, something like that?
no plans at the moment.
Okay.
No plans at the moment. We didn't think about it. Maybe we should.
You've toured the USA. Who did you tour with the USA with?
With Pain of Salvation.
Okay, right. So, is there any band that would be your ultimate to go on tour with?
I mean, we are talking about fantasy
Yeah,
band.
yeah, yeah.
Um, okay. I think. Oh, I don't know. Uh, Maybe Radiohead would be a good
Okay,
one.
that'd
Or
be
Tool.
interesting.
Or Tool.
Yeah, Tool,
Radiohead.
definitely, definitely. All right. Bit more fun questions now. If you were about to go into a battle, which album would you have playing?
Yeah, you mean not our albums, right?
Yeah, not
Just an
yours.
album in general.
Yeah.
Okay, so going to a battle, I think something by Manowar.
Okay.
It would be
Yeah.
appropriate, I think.
Good answer. Right. What was the last song you listened to today?
Uh, uh, it was today. I was playlist. It was Black Milk by Massive Attack.
All right. Okay. Um,
Yeah, I love trip hop. I mean, Massive Attack and Portishead are
really?
bands that.
That's different.
Yes,
That's different.
yes,
That's
yeah,
cool.
I love. Yeah, because they have an amazing sound to me.
Yeah.
It's their record sounds. It
Yeah.
blows my mind in terms of sound.
If there was a metal song made up about yourself, what would it be called? Like a made up song? It's just like, all right, then, a song that's been released then.
Painkiller by Judas Priest.
Cool. Real. Um, Next one. If you were trapped in a room for a day, which famous person would you have with you?
I think a doctor probably.
All right. Okay. So back to the album, something I didn't ask. What about the album cover? What's that all about then? That's quite strange.
Yes, it's strange, but and many people think it's a AI. It's
Yeah.
made with AI. No, it's an actual photo.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I mean, on the original photo, the guy had his head, but we did cut it off on post production, basically. But yeah, it's an actual photo, and we wanted. Uh, I think the main idea was to have this sphere that represent the essence of the soul. Can we, yeah, can we call it soul? Not in a religious way, but the essence of a human being.
Hmm.
And with the kintsugi on it, and so there is this guy with his soul with cracks in it, but they are fixed with gold.
In 4 words, how would you describe King Crow?
I would say KINGCROW is an alternative heavy progressive band. It's an interesting record, and it's marketed as progressive metal, but I think it could. It's a very obliquous sound to me. It's not regular progressive metal,
No.
and I think it could appeal to people with very different background.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it's like it's progressive rock. There's bits of metal. There's a bit of everything in there, isn't there? It's a nice mixed bag. I love it. It's real.
Yeah, and I think it's not too complex to listen to
No, it's
compared
not.
to other progressive metal stuff. It's not. I mean, the technical aspect it's not the core of our music. It
No.
is one 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 of the aspects, but we try to write good songs with hooks and good structure without too much show off
Hmm.
technically, and we try to make everything, even the technical stuff, we try to make it very smooth for the listener.
It really is, mate. Honestly. Um, what about when it gets released? Is it going to be on CD, vinyl, cassette? Obviously,
Yeah,
digital,
I think it's going to be on vinyl, and I can
right?
tell you the gatefold is very beautiful, and on CD and all the digital formats, streaming, high resolution audio.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Now it's just a quick fire round. So it's 5 questions. So the first thing that comes into your mind. So the first one is vinyl or digital,
Digital.
pasta or pepperoni,
That's a very difficult one. I would say both.
festival or small intimate gig,
Uh, to me, the best are clubs gig.
Are you guys saints or sinners?
More sinners than saints, would say.
And the final one's really important. Who's going to win the Euros? Italy, Germany, England, Scotland?
Italy, obviously.
Obviously. All right, man. Eve, thank you so much for your time. And again, congratulations on the
Well,
stellar album. I think it's amazing. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
I would say check the record and let us know what you think.